Hello and welcome, passionate Pisces. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your November horoscope. Well, not only do I do horoscopes, but I'll also do a tarot component on this video, and also a couple of mini psychic readings, an intro and a summary at the end for you. So stay tuned for that right at the end of the video. Okay, so the big news for everybody on the planet in November is that Mercury's going retrograde. Okay, this means different things for different people, but for you, dear passionate Pisces, Mercury is going retrograde in your 9th house of higher mind. So this could cause you to perhaps go back and think about something in the past concerning study, or perhaps travel, or perhaps even metaphysical things. The 9th house is all about the higher mind and broadening your horizons. So you could decide that you want to retrain for a new position, you want to do a course or do some study. You may even do some study in something metaphysical because it's like you want a big picture of everything that's happening. So you could be looking at psychic readings or astrology, or maybe something else in the esoteric area. And it's great for traveling, and you could even go overseas or travel somewhere at distance, a long distance away, to do with studying. So Mercury retrograde can bring sort of interesting things, like with travel. Sometimes there's delays in your schedule. If you've got flights to take, a number of flights, one might be delayed and then has a kick-on effect to the next one. So make sure if you're traveling that you allow extra time. Mercury also rules technology. So, and if you're traveling and you're taking your device with you, make sure that you have a backup plan, because something might go haywire, with your device. Computers and technology can go haywire at any time, but under Mercury retrograde, yes, it's quite prevalent. So obstacles, delays, challenges, and sometimes misunderstandings. If you're in another country and you have to negotiate the language as well, yes, there is a lot of room for misunderstandings and miscommunications. If you've started something before the retrograde, it might complete during the retrograde. So something that's been hanging around for a while could complete, but it's not a good time to start something new. If you have to, you have to, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means that there might be little glitches that are more annoying and frustrating. Now, the dates are the 1st to the 21st of the month, but there is a thing called a shadow period, and that's basically between a couple of days and 2 weeks before the 1st or after the 21st. Now, there's a fair bit of conjecture amongst astrologers about the exact time frame. In my personal opinion, what I've experienced, even 2 weeks before Mercury goes retrograde, technology starts playing up and things go awry. And since I've been doing these horoscopes, yes, that's what happens. Every Mercury retrograde, when I'm doing live streams, every fault will happen, and I'll be right the rest of the time. But yeah, that's just what happens. If you've got any psychic ability yourself, you'll know what I'm talking about, because often psychics seem to have problems with technology playing up, and I think it's just the energy around us. I could go near something and it'll refuse to work. My husband goes near it and he just touches it and the thing works. So I know it's infuriating, but hopefully we'll get through this this live stream, this video, without too much drama. All right, the second sees Venus joining Jupiter in your 10th house, and this is all about your career and your reputation, your social status. So Venus and Jupiter together is a beautiful energy. Venus is all about cooperation and sharing and caring and love. compassion, beauty, and the idea of being in love. And Jupiter is all about abundance and making things bigger. So there in your career house, you may get a promotion, you may get a pay rise, because Venus likes money, and she likes nice things too. So, luxury type goods. So you may find that something happens, so you either get another job or you get a promotion where you are. Social status also, you could, people, you might get a sense of being talked about in a good way, approval. So there might be a lot of people around that have heard about the work that you do, and so there's sort of talk going around that's quite positive. Do be careful under Mercury retrograde that you don't get involved in gossip, because that can get worse under Mercury retrograde. The 12th sees a full moon joining Uranus in your 3rd house of communications. So that's sort of double trouble, because we've got Mercury retrograde causing misunderstandings, and then full moon and Uranus, very, very turbulent, volatile type things coming up in your 3rd house of communications. So really be super careful around how you speak and how you express yourself, because people can misunderstand very easily under these influences. There's also study there as well, and it could be that you sign up for a course and then you change your mind. So really do go over everything and dot all those I's and cross all those T's, because you could change your mind about the course that you're thinking of. And also the 3rd house is siblings, so there could be some potential problems there with a sibling and a misunderstanding that could result in an argument, so just be a bit careful there. The 20th sees Mars going into your 9th house and joining the Sun and Mercury already there. That gives you a lot of motivation and insight and awareness around the higher mind, the study, the travelling, and metaphysical type subjects. So you could be very happy about the things that these brilliant insights that come flashing into your mind. Just pay attention, just sort of take note when you get an insight, write it down. It's really, really good. 23rd sees the Sun, 26th sees a new moon going into your 10th house, joining Jupiter and Venus there. A lot more insight about your career and your social status and new beginnings. So you may start thinking about it early in the month, changing jobs or getting a promotion, and then by the end of the month you've made up your mind what you're going to do. There's changes around your work whichever way you look at it. Okay, so now I'll just do sort of a psychic intro for the month for you and see what we get. Yeah, so straight away I've got books here. I can see books, and it's like a library. Your mind must be like a library. Lots of new knowledge, definitely study or retraining involved. All this new knowledge, now you just need the wisdom to know how to use the knowledge. Breadcrumbs, they're saying breadcrumbs, breadcrumb trail. A breadcrumb trail, maybe go back and follow the little signals that you get, the little signs and portents that upstairs is giving you, and follow the trail. It's I'm not quite sure what that means. I can actually hear the words breadcrumb trail. It's like on a website you have a little thing called a breadcrumb trail, so you can see what pages you were on, so you can go back to the previous page. And for you this might be going back to the past in some way. Maybe new friends come back from the past, or maybe an ex-lover or an old twin flame or something like that coming back. It could be through your work or your study. The other thing there, the other point there I want to make is, even if it's a totally new person coming into your life, through a foreign connection or however, there could be something about that person who is reminiscent of a previous ex or a previous lover. So just pay attention to that, because you want to start a new cycle, not continue on with the same patterns and same, break a pattern and start a new chapter in your book of life, passionate Pisces. Okay, all right, now let's go into the tarot and see what the cards have got to show us for this month in November. Now I'll go week by week. I've already shuffled these, but I'll just give them a light shuffle now to get the ball rolling. Oh, and there's this one there. Beautiful. The Sun in the first week. This is about happiness, brilliance, insight. It's just a joyous card, a delight. So you could have a very good week in the first week of the month, passionate Pisces. In touch with your emotions and just understanding how everything fits together. Okay? The world is your oyster. And the Sun gives a sense of warmth, security, and stability and happiness. The second week, okay, it's the Nine of Wands. Okay, now you've come to the end of the process. Something is complete, and soon a new chapter will start. A new chapter in your life. Book of life, but not quite yet. There's action to be taken. You could be feeling rather tired. I just get the sense of sort of exhaustion or tiredness around this. So, take a rest if you can in November, because it is the end of the cycle. Maybe you've been burning the candle at both ends. Wands is all about feeling inspired, and feeling creative. And you might just feel like a bit out of sorts. You've run out of juice from everything that you've had to go through recently. But it's only for a short time. If you can get away for a weekend, that would be really fabulous. Okay. And looking at the third week in November for passionate Pisces. And this is what we come up with. Wands again. Seven of Wands. Taking action, feeling that inspired, motivated feeling. You have to be a bit cautious that you don't sacrifice yourself. If there's some sort of argument or something like that, just walk away. Don't even bother to argue, because they're honestly not worth your energy. And your creativity or how you express yourself, that energy within you is yours, and it's not up to other people to manipulate or try and control you in any way. So I just get the sense that here, like sacrifice, they want you to sacrifice. It's like, just say no and move on. There's no need to fight about it. Okay. And if you're doing a project and it's not working, just give yourself a bit of a break, have a bit of a break. All right, see action here and action here, but it can be tiring because you need to take action at the appropriate time, not all the time. Okay, so looking at the last week, the last 9 days from the 21st to the 30th of November for passionate Pisces. And we come up with the Three of Swords. Okay, this can be about relationships. Now, in a traditional tarot, it's not, but in this deck, she's wearing her heart on her face. So it's all about emotions. Swords are about thinking, cutting, dissecting, and analysing. You may find another person's involved somewhere in this, and you might have to cut somebody off. Doesn't mean the end of a relationship necessarily. It means that you have to set them straight, and they might be going down a track and it's just not right, so you have to say something and cut them off. But they might have got misinformation from another person, because sometimes there's like 3 people, so it's a bit like a 3-legged race, and then it doesn't work properly, you know. I don't know if you've ever had a 3-legged race at school. It's hard work. So this is like a minor challenge where you have to make some decisions, dear passionate Pisces. Alrighty, now let's look at a theme for the beginning of the month. A theme for the beginning of the month for Pisces in November. And we come up with the Queen of Swords. Okay, I was just saying about cutting somebody off. I know this looks a bit gruesome, cutting somebody's head off, but with your words you can do that. Okay, so speak up. See, she's all in blue. That's about expression, self-expression. If you speak up for yourself, and if somebody's trying to control you or says things to you, you can just cut them off with your words. It's okay to do that. Queen of Swords, she's a very shrewd woman. She knows what's going on. You can't pull the wool over her eyes. Okay, she will express herself and she'll cut people off with her thinking. Her thinking is like 2 steps ahead of everybody else. And the theme for the end of the month for Aquarius, for passionate Pisces. Passionate Pisces for the end of the month. And we come up with new beginnings. Okay, so you're going to go through a bit of this process. This is great, the beginning of the month, but then you get tired and you may need a rest. Here in the middle of the month, don't do too much. And then there's a new beginning. This could be to do with your possessions or your finances or even a relationship. Okay, a new start. Ace of Pentacles, if it's a relationship, it might be to get it onto a physical level. So an example would be if you've met somebody online, November would be a fantastic month to actually meet them face to face. Okay, get it offline and get it into the physical. That's what this is about. Make a new start in the physical realm. Okay, if it's to do with your finances, there could be new money coming in or new ideas about how to make finances work for you. Okay, so that's the end of the month. Actually, if I put that there, it might be better. You could see it a little bit better if I put it there. Okay, so that's your month according to the tarot. Now I will just finish with a psychic summary for you, passionate Pisces. Okay, so now I get it. I see a cross. A cross is always about sacrifice. So we did say here in the 3rd week of the month to be careful about sacrifice. Okay, so somebody might be wanting you to sacrifice more than you want to give. So please do speak up for yourself there. Okay, passionate Pisces. Oh yeah, and I can see now it's like a river of water coming out of your mouth. So all these emotions are going to come tumbling out, which is fair enough. You do need to express yourself. Okay, so you know, not a bad month at all, but just a sort of month where there's a few up and down, uphill and down dale type of energy, you know. But it's, you know, it shouldn't be too traumatic or anything like that, and lots of new starts for you. Okay, so I do hope you found that helpful, passionate Pisces. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can catch me 8 a.m. here on YouTube on Mondays for Pick a Card, 8 a.m. Sydney, Australia time, so that's Sunday afternoon if you're in the US, and 8:30 I'm on Facebook doing Pick a Card if you want to jump over there to get more clarity. But if you found this helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you can stay up to date with what I'm doing. But mostly, and most importantly, have a wonderful month, and I shall see you again soon. Okay, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.